the top ladies target on the penultimate target for them. Now, we go into this with only 2 points in it between these two archers, and Lantee, who, as we've said before, has been steady, and Gladys, who has been erratic. When she's good, she's good. When she's struggled, it's been pretty wild. And this is going to be a big call for Gladys. She is leading, but she's struggled with up and downhill. She thought it was the third axis yesterday. She's decided that it's a bit of a struggle with the anchor point. This is a great target. I mean, look at the angles. Do you want to be out there shooting this?
Again, that's a really smooth draw, isn't it?
Still going up. Still going up.
And they got the top target, of course.
Bottom target. You see, you can tell you're a field shooter. That's 2 X's. That's pretty. That would have been a miss for you, because
Still good shooting.
Yeah, bottom targets are start targets. It's on any shot, even if you nail this, you're going to see every single archer breathe out heavily as soon as it's gone.
Big sigh of relief.
If you were standing on a practice, you'd love this as a practice ground. You'd love to come out here and every night just bang them down at this. It's a little, I mean, Anne, it's interesting. Anne does this the way I would like to see it done, which is just straight draw up on the target. And maybe that's an unflattering camera angle, which is making her look a little contorted. That's another good spot. That's a good spot. Gladys is doing it, come up halfway down the bank and just rather like one of those big World War II guns, just wind and wind and wind until you get there. And you'll be able to say better than me, sometimes that does give you a little better posture. But
they're making this target look easy.
They are, but I don't think it's in any there we go. It's like, I've got to do this once more and it's going to ache. So, they're going back, 2 spots each. It's not you see, I mean, Gladys as the leader at this point, it's not a really big lead, a couple of points. Yeah, of course, if she puts in the spots here, nice. She walks off and goes, thank you very much. Difficulty as well when you're standing down there is you can't actually tell if you've hit the spot. Although it's looking as though, they've just told me, that she's actually got a 4 in there, which is going to pull it even closer. So, oof, that's not the most stable we've ever seen. Look at her arm shape.
Good comeback.
You got to stay with it. I mean, what are you going to do? Come down and have another crack at it. It's not going to feel any better.
Ladies and gentlemen, your lady champions.
Right, I'm here with the first and second place, Anne Lantee, Gladys Willems. So, Anne first, how was today? You were awe-inspiring in places. It was big scoring at times.
I had some really good targets, but then I had some really bad targets too. So, well, what can you say? I was second, so it wasn't, of course, really good.
Oh, it was close coming into the last target. Not wishing to go too much on the last target, but having watched the, did you get the distance wrong on the last target, the high 3?
Well, yes. I don't know. Was it the distance or was it my sight mark? Because the first one was high, and then I had to do something, and the next one was low.
Yeah.
So, but I had the same problem earlier also. So it was this today.
Have you enjoyed the weekend? Do you like shooting here?
Yes. This the course is really good.
It's difficult though.
Yes,
I mean, I think the people watching this don't understand exactly how difficult it is.
Yeah, but it's really interesting to shoot other than really flat.
Yeah.
So really good angles.
So, Gladys, you've won another one of these. How do you feel you shot today?
It was not so good in the beginning, but the last targets it was very good. So I'm very happy.
Yes. I mean, yesterday you struggled at the beginning.
Yes.
And then shot very, very well through the rest of the day, and it was almost the same again today. Is that a problem with the bow, or is it?
A little bit with my bow. With my third X was a problem. So I
We'll work on it and get it. Yes.
Okay.
So, and obviously you've shot here before. You like this competition, this course?
Yes, it's a very difficult course, so it's a preparation for me for the championships in
Hungary. Yes.
So now I know what to do with my bow. So.
And you will be in Hungary as well, yes?
Yes.
And in Leer in August, will you be shooting this?
Yes, I'm in Leer.
Then we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much for the weekend.
Thank you.
They come into this with Slavko carrying a 1-point lead on the day. Dave has seriously come back at him. It got to within a point, which was a bit ugly for Dave. He gave away a fairly hefty 4-point lead. You know, gave away 3 points in a very ungainly first half. I don't think that's unfair to say.
There's a huge contrast between the two of them as individuals, if you look.
That's quite pretty. He's gone straight
Slavko's a lot heavier as an individual. Yeah. His style is different to Dave's. It's very no-nonsense style, but it's not as elegant as Dave's style, is it?
No.
That's
a sport.
Very business-like style.
Maybe earlier Slavko would have stayed with that and tapped it away. I tell you, if you see him do it again, I mean, they also take the binoculars off because it's so steep, but if you see him do it again, if the camera gets there, Dave's back to twirling his arrows through his fingers to get them out of his quiver and onto his bow. And when he's fed up, like yesterday, it comes straight out and gets thrown through the bow. So I think he's a little bit jaunty. I think he's feeling that he's got this one covered. I don't think he would... That's a good spot. I don't think he would say he shot well for a second this weekend. But he's done it when he had to.
It's been very uncharacteristic for Dave. You don't see the man making mistakes of the likes that he's done this weekend.
No.
Okay, his head's going to be somewhere else at times, but he's held it together. He's when he's needed to, he's dug deep and come back, and you have to admire the man for that.
Absolutely. So, Slavko.
But with the kind of talent Dave's got, whatever happens, you're never ever going to write him off.
No. It's a bit side anchor, it's a bit, on Slavko, but I'm well impressed. This guy will go on to do more at these competitions. I don't think it'll be a one-off, as he just takes the knock off the first one. Dave puts in another tidy cross, and he quick off the target. I don't call that gamesmanship for a second, but I think somewhere around about halfway he decided he was doing a job. It wasn't a playful day. I think he's not enjoyed this weekend technically.
I think Dave's worried about his own shooting, and having done the job, he just wants to get away and think about the next target. I don't think he's thinking about Slavko at all.
No, on a different day with maybe Liam Grimwood in that group or Chris, there'd be a little more chat. Even in the situation right now, I think Dave decided, I'm not going to make a fool of myself. Somewhere around halfway, he stopped hemorrhaging points and started shooting spots. I expect this to go in. Oh... I mean, obviously nobody can catch him. I say with respect to Tursic, he's got a 4-point. He'd have to miss a target, really. A good day's work. I mean, did he think that he was going to come here and shoot into second place and pick up, 1,750 euros? No, that's a lot of money in Slovenia.
But it's a lot easier to lose these things than win them, isn't it?
Yes, but he'll do the work here and get it seen. I mean, it's a big last target. That's in. That's cool.
Nice shot to finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions.
The top 3 gents from the weekend. Andre, you happy with this is your highest finish? You're happy with this weekend?
Oh, very happy. It was a tough tournament, but I'm very happy.
You shot better than Leah?
My shooting form was better.
Yes, it looked that way.
Of course not.
Yeah. But the form, you're obviously liking the bow,
yes,
you shot well.
Yeah.
And Niels came back at you, but you did enough to hold out for the end.
It was a hard fight in the end with Niels.
Yes, noticed after the last arrow that you were quite happy with what you'd done, and rightfully so. Yeah. So you'll be in Leah for the next one of these? In August, you'll be at the tournament at Leah in Belgium?
Yes.
Then possibly a place higher, because you are going up all the time.
My best.
Yes. So, Slavko, a good weekend's work.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, very much so. In this sort of form, people haven't seen you shoot before, but it's been very impressive.
Because I shoot before 3D.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you enjoyed the course, enjoyed the company of the last target. How did you enjoy today?
Very much.
Today, was it nervous or easy?
No. I lost concentration on few targets, but then it was okay.
Is this better than you expected to finish? Did you expect to finish in the top 3?
If I'm... yes. Yes, I am.
Good.
It's good. You got to have expectations.
Dave.
Not me anymore.
No, Dave. So, job done?
Job done.
Yeah.
It's just one step in the journey to get out here and shoot, and it was good. I think shooting-wise, I'm happy to finish where I did, but I don't feel like I was in top form.
No.
I feel like the tank was a little bit empty.
And this guy gave you a bit of a scare in the morning.
Well, it gave me a good push, and precisely that's what I needed. There's one target out there that was the turning point for it. Was a catalyst to it. It was like, hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
It's time to get down to business. You've given these guys too much. So.
I mean, you are the person that comes here as the favourite and the one to win, but would it be fair to say it gets more difficult each time? I mean, there's expectation. It's been a tough 2 weeks for you, and these guys are good.
These guys are good, and they're getting even better because, you go out there and you shoot and you show them what's possible and you show them what can be done, and it raises their own expectations. Before in years past, I could come out here, 2 and 3 years ago and be, well, it's longer distances than I normally shoot for feet of field. The targets are smaller. The terrain is very tough. I'll take a mediocre score on this target, a 19 or 14 or 15. It's okay,
Yeah.
But when you come out here and you shoot some scores, shoot some quality, it shows them. I think it's a little bit uplifting for the rest of the guys. They're like,
and especially,
we see what's
like I say, this morning, Slavko, every time,
he
wasn't dropping shots, and and that's got to be good.
Yeah, it is. It's good for the competition. It's a bit of an uneasy feeling when you're not in the best form that you could be, and someone's right on your tail, and they're closing the gap rapidly.
It did look today like you were working reasonably hard in places. I don't mean sort of, that you were, when you had to focus, you focused.
I was digging deep and trying to get it done on targets where, I know I needed to, and targets I know I should be hitting, and targets I needed to hit.
Yeah. It's good now that it's done to see you smile, because not too much today.
That was about the only time I'd smile all weekend, to be honest with you.
So, very well done to all of you. We look forward to seeing you again, and thank you very much.
Cheers,
it's been fun to watch. Thank you.